Hi guys, it's Mrs. Palmer. We're gonna get back to reading Barbara Park, Junie B. Jones, and the Stupid Smelly Bus. If you recall, the last chapter we read, Junie B. was just getting onto the bus for the first time, and she wasn't sure how she felt about it. Let's get going. Chapter 3, The Stupid Smelly Bus. The bus wasn't like my daddy's car at all. It was very big inside, and the seats didn't have any cloth on them. The little girl with the curly hair was sitting near the front, so I tapped on her. Guess what? I said. Mother said for me to sit here. No, she said, I'm saving this seat for my best friend, Mary Ruth Marble. And then she put her little white purse on the place where I was going to sit. So I made a face at her. Hurry up and find a seat, young lady, said Mr. Wu. And so I quick sat down across from the curly mean girl, and Mr. Wu shut the door. It wasn't a regular kind of door, though. It folded in half, and when it closed, it made a whooshy sound. Whoosh. I don't like that kind of door. If it closes on you by accident, it will cut you in half, and you will make a yucky, squishy sound. The bus made a big roar, and then a big puff of black, smelly smoke came out the back end of it. It's called bus breath, I think. Mr. Wu drove for a little while, and then the brakes made that loud, screechy noise again. Psh. I covered my ears so it couldn't get inside my head. 'Cause if loud, screechy noises get inside your head, you have to take an aspirin. I saw that on a TV commercial once. Then the bus door opened again, and a dad and a boy with a grouchy face got on. The dad smiled and then plopped the grouchy boy right next to you. This is Jim, he said. I'm afraid Jim isn't too happy this afternoon. The dad kissed the boy goodbye, but then wiped it off his cheek. Jim had on a backpack. It was blue. I love backpacks. I wish I had one of my very own. One time I found a red one in the trash can, but it had a bit of gushy on it, and so my mother said no. Jim's backpack had lots of zippers. I touched one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, I counted. Then I unzipped one. Hey, don't, yelled Jim. He zipped it right up again. Then he moved to the seat in front of me. I hate that, Jim. After that, the bus kept stopping and starting, and lots of kids kept getting on. Loud kids, and some of them were the kind who looked like meanies. The bus began getting noisy, very noisy, and hot inside, and the sun kept shining down on me and my fuzzy hot sweater. And here's another hot thing. I couldn't roll down my window because it didn't have a handle, so I just kept getting hotter and hotter. And it smelled on the bus too. The bus smelled like an egg sandwich. I want to get off of here, I said right out loud, but nobody heard me. I hate it on this stupid smelly bus. Then my eyes got a little bit wet. It wasn't crying though, 'cause I'm not a baby. That's why. After that, my nose started running. Only the bus didn't have my glove compartment, which is where I keep the travel tissues, of course. And so I had to wipe my nose on my fuzzy pink sweater sleeve. Then I stayed on the bus for about an hour or 3 until I finally saw the flagpole and the playground. That meant we were at kindergarten. Then Mr. Wu drove the bus into the parking lot and stopped. I jumped up very fast because all I wanted to do was get off that stupid smelly thing. Only guess what? That Jim pushed right in front of me, and the curly-headed mean girl did the same. And then people started squishing me up real tight, and so I pushed them away, and they pushed right back. That's when I fell down, and a big foot stepped on my skirt that looks like velvet. Stop it, I yelled. And then Mr. Wu hollered, hey, 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 hey. And he picked me up and helped me off the bus. Mrs. was waiting for me, just like my mother said. Hi, I'm glad to see you, she called. And then I ran over to her, and I showed her the big footprint on my skirt that looks like velvet. Yeah, only look what happened. I got stepped on, so now I'm soiled. Look at this, guys. There's Mr. Wu, and look at all those kids trying to get off that little spot. There's Junie B. Jones. She doesn't look very happy at all. Mrs. brushed it. Don't worry, Junie, she said. It'll come off. After that, I just folded my arms and made a frown. And guess what? She forgot my bee again. Oh man, that did not sound like a very good trip on the bus. I guess we'll have to find out if her day gets better. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.